So in this practice, I think that we should do just a pill. I mean those cylinder shaped that is like red on one side and white on another side. So how to do that? I think that a good way would be to use the length, but we need one circle here and we need one circle here. And we can do that in different ways. And I think the easiest way is to use distance. And then we just fill in the blanks between. So let me see if I get everything correct here. So Shift A, input the texture coordinate first of all. And then we need to make UV with the subtract and multiply and so on. So Shift A, converter and vector math, copy that 3 times, Shift D and Shift D. So we have one that is subtract, one that is multiply, and one that is an absolute like this. And UV 0.5 on the subtract, 2 on the multiply, and then just connect to the absolute. So we have that in, and now we can use length here, but we can also use something called distance. So if we select converter, vector math, and change this to distance, see if we can find the distance here that I think we went through before, then you can see it's exactly the same as length, but we can change here with a value, so we can move these around, and that is perfect because then we have a start and an end for our pill here, and we would like to inverse it, so we add a subtract here. So I press Shift A, converter, and select the math, and I do a subtract. See if I can find the subtract here, and we go down like this. So something like that would be perfect to have as a pill here, and you can move it more or less as you want to. So that is like the starting point. Then we need to have some line that goes above here, and we can use this absolute and distance and everything, but I think we just start with absolute and then we just separate X, Y, Z. So Shift A, converter, and a separate X, Y, Z. And if I now take this X here, you can say it goes in that direction. We would like to have Y in this direction, but we also need to do the subtract here. So we just copy this one, Shift D, put it in here, and now we have the same as these. So we are almost finished, but we need to connect everything in a good way. And one way to do it is to just use color ramp as we did before, just cut this where we don't want it. We can do that also with this here. So if I just take this and do a color ramp here, see if we can get that one here, and we change this into constant and put that in here and move it, then it should be moving in both directions here. So in this way we can then cut wherever we feel that it's good to cut. So when I now take this, then I can just multiply that with what I have here, and I would then keep my line here in the middle. So I take this one and copy Shift D, but I change it to multiply, and then I have it here. And now all I have to do is take this and then select the maximum of both. So Shift D, and then we select the maximum, and then it's fine adjusting here until everything melts together. So something like this, and we have it. And now we should color it to be red and white, and that all we can also do with the color ramp. And I think the easiest is to start with a new UV. So Shift A, input, texture coordinate, and then we just put in a color ramp here as well. So we can just copy this one, Shift A, copy, but we change this part to red. So now we have red, and we move it to 0.5, so it's in the middle of this here, and we take this from the do a separate here, so we can use this one. So Shift A, converter, and then separate XYZ, take that to the UV, and now if we use it for the X, it will look like this, and that we can then just use together with this while using a colorer. So Shift A, and then we go to color and mix color. We put this here, and we put this to no, we of course do the different, so we put black in the top here instead. So, and we are now finished with our pill here. So it's white and it's black and it looks really nice. And if we would like to do it bigger or smaller, we can then just change this here to make it bigger and smaller, and also move it more or less in different directions. So let's see, if we move this, for instance, then we can make it longer, and we can then also make it bigger. So both of these are something like that. Then of course we must fix it like this, but it's easily done, as you can see. So now it's even bigger, and it looks really nice and works fine. So then we have a pill as well, good for us, and then we can go to the next practice, so you really get into it. So I see you there, and bye for now.